The struggle of light and darkness. In ancient times, before humanity knew civilization, darkness ruled the world. Evil forces dominated the lands, wreaking havoc everywhere. Monsters and terrifying creatures lurked in their caves, preying on the weak. In that dark era, tales of heroes spread through the valleys, but hope was lost in the hearts of the people. However, a glimmer of hope awaited. In the kingdom of Arios, King Adias made a reckless decision to invade the world using the dark dog Cerberus, said to possess powers that instilled terror in the hearts of enemies. The king gathered his massive army, led by General Zolan, known for his bravery and ruthlessness. Zolan was an old soldier who had fought in many battles, but his personal ambition drove him to seek power without regard for the suffering he might cause. When King Adias unleashed his campaign, the earth trembled beneath the feet of his army. The dark forces moved like a storm, sweeping away everything in their path. The military campaign began with the destruction of villages and cities. Chaos and terror filled the land. As the populace fled their homes, soldiers looted and pillaged, adding to the turmoil and devastation. The once thriving villages faded into clouds of smoke and fire as mothers wept for their children. In the midst of this destruction, despair marked the faces of the innocent. However, amidst the darkness, the forces of light emerged. In a green forest, brave warriors gathered under the leadership of Hercules, the legendary hero. Hercules was known for his strength and courage and had fought many battles against dark forces before. He vowed to confront the evil powers and restore peace to the world. United against King Adias and Zolan, heroes from all corners of the land gathered, each carrying their own story and desire to resist oppression. Some had lost their families to war, while others suffered from the cruelty of the enemies. They began training and preparing to face the Dark Army, learning combat skills and tactics from Hercules. Their spirits were filled with determination and will, and they began to feel they were not alone in this struggle. The first battle broke out between Hercules' army and King Adias' army in a vast plain. The warriors displayed great bravery, but they suffered heavy losses. The sheer numbers of Adias' soldiers overwhelmed the ranks of the heroes, and they began to retreat under the weight of the assault. As the battle raged on, Hercules felt the burden of responsibility on his shoulders. He had to prove to his people that they could resist the darkness despite all the challenges. Amidst the chaos, Hercules remembered Cerberus, the dark dog that inspired fear in the hearts of enemies. He knew he had to confront it if he wanted to save the world. Thus, he decided to embark on a journey to the unknown lands in search of information about Cerberus. This journey was fraught with dangers, but he realized he had no choice. Hercules set out with a group of warriors to the land of Hell, where it was said Cerberus hid. Along the way, they faced dark creatures trying to stop them, but thanks to their bravery and determination, they managed to overcome those dangers. They used their combat skills and special abilities, learning from each other. Bonds began to form among them, and they felt like a family. As they faced dangers, Zolan was preparing for further attacks. He had cunning plans to use Cerberus as a tool to completely destroy his enemies. Battles continued across the kingdom, and the warriors began confronting various dark creatures, from terrifying beings to fierce monsters. Over time, their suffering increased, but hope remained unextinguished. Amid all this chaos, relationships deepened among the warriors. The meanings of friendship and sacrifice began to emerge. Hercules realized that strength lay in unity, and hope remained alive when everyone joined forces. There were moments of doubt and fear, but the heroes supported each other and overcame difficulties together. Those moments reinforced their determination to continue fighting. After 3 years of battle, Hercules finally prepared to face Cerberus. The information he had gathered during his journey had prepared him well. However, he knew this would be the greatest challenge of his life. He devised plans for the final confrontation with Zolan and the Dark Army, paving the way for the forces of light to stand against the powers of evil. The final battle erupted in the heart of darkness. Cerberus appeared with its terrifying power, its fierce form instilling fear in the hearts of the warriors. The clash between him and Hercules began as heroes and monsters fought in a fateful struggle. The battle was the fiercest ever as the forces of light and darkness collided. Hercules used all his strength and will, while Zolan led his army fiercely. After a fierce battle that lasted for hours, Hercules finally managed to defeat Cerberus thanks to his strength and will. However, in the meantime, many warriors suffered heavy losses, leaving a profound impact on their hearts. Victory was tinged with sorrow as they realized the price they had paid was steep. After Cerberus's defeat, Zolan felt danger looming. He realized that his army could not continue facing the forces of light. He decided to retreat to King Adias's kingdom, planning to regain his strength and launch another attack later. As he withdrew, the warriors watched his movements, realizing this was not the end. Hercules achieved victory over Cerberus, but he knew the war was not over. He began planning to confront King Adias in the future, paving the way for a new era of hope and light. With their victory, the heroes decided to forge new alliances with neighboring kingdoms, understanding that unity was the strongest weapon against oppression. The eyes of the warriors remained fixed on the horizon, where a new challenge awaited them in the journey of light and darkness. They knew that the battle for justice would continue, and that their hope for victory remained alive. Each of them understood that the road ahead would be difficult, but they were ready to face any challenge that came their way.